Hi everybody and welcome to Cooking Connection. My name is Kelsa Ferguson and I am a Nutrition and Health Field Specialist for the University of Missouri Extension in Greene County. Today we are going to make crispy kale chips. This recipe can be found on foodhero.org. For this recipe we need 1 bunch of kale, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and a half a teaspoon of salt. To get started, the first thing you want to do is preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Next, you want to be sure to thoroughly rinse and wash your kale. Once the kale is rinsed, you want to get it patted dry with some paper towels. Next, we are going to take the kale and we are going to cut the kale leaves off from the stems. Carefully, keeping our fingers inside so we don't cut them. And then we're just gonna throw the stems away. Next, we'll just cut the kale into smaller bite-sized pieces. So we've done that, we're just gonna put them in the bowl. Kale is a really good vegetable for you. It has lots of vitamin, minerals, and fiber in it. So once you get the kale off the stems, you don't have to cut it. You can also just tear it into bite-sized pieces as well, if that's easier for you. Some of the leaves might be smaller. All right, once all the kale is cut from the stem, 1 bunch will make about 8 cups of dried kale. But once we put it in the oven and we cook it, it'll shrink in its size. Also, be sure that the kale leaves are completely dry before you mix them together. All right, so now that we got all our kale leaves, we're gonna add our 1 tablespoon of olive oil. You might also use canola oil if you'd like. Another good way to mix these if you don't have as many leaves is to just put them in a gallon bag and put the leaves in there and the oil in there, and you can just shake it up and it'll mix up really well that way too. But we're gonna make sure all the leaves are nice and covered. All right, we'll get our cooking sheet. Spread them out as much as we can. 1 bunch makes a lot, so you might have to use more than 1 pan to get them all cooked. That's good. And then we're just gonna sprinkle the salt on top. Once they're ready, you'll put them in the oven and they'll cook for 10 to 15 minutes or until the leaves are brown and crispy. And when they come out, they'll look like this. And they'll be nice and crispy. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this healthy, easy snack.